Welcome, viewers. This is A Vision Entertainment Media Broadcast. We are here live. We also have the TV show Xfinity Comcast. You can catch us on Roku, Verizon Fios, and all the stations out there. We have a legend. This is a special guest, legendary Melissa Morgan. She's on the show today. You're going to hear some things.
Hi.
You're going to hear tour dates. You're going to hear new music. She's going to talk about all this. How you feel, Melissa?
Oh, I feel good. We're doing dates and traveling and stuff like that. So,
wow.
We came back last night. We was a little tired. We had to do a couple of interviews, but right now I'm feeling really good, a little rested. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
And the bed is right here. If I get tired, I'll just.
I see. You ready to just go and lay down right now, huh?
Lay down right now.
Wow. So how busy are you? Throughout the week. Like, is it every single day? How busy are you?
Yeah, right now it's every single day because of the single, the song "Footprints of an Angel," and me working with my radio team and all the people that I have to speak to them like every morning because they have to tell me about radio reports. They have to tell me about where the song is, what we need to do, how the streaming is doing, how the video is doing. So it's every day right now.
Oh, a little bit of everything, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. What I mainly want to get into also is what influenced you to get into music?
I always loved singing. I loved singing when I was a little girl. I would imitate, the Aretha Franklins and the Supremes and all that. And my mom promised to take me to amateur night at the Apollo. Yeah, but she never did. I went there years later, with Showtime at the Apollo. But I always loved singing and entertaining. Yes.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. And can we take it back to 82? You had a group, Shades of Love, that you were in?
Shades of Love. Keep in touch, body to body. Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell me how did that come about? Because that was way early. I just want to know, how did that happen?
Well, there really was no group, so it was kind of difficult. We were session singers, and we went in and did the backgrounds for the Keep in Touch Body to Body, and the lead singer never showed up. So Patrick Adams, may he rest in peace, I heard he just passed away.
Oh, wow.
He asked, well, can one of y'all sing the lead? And I had the highest voice of the three people, so I sang the lead, and he paid me $75 more.
Okay.
And so for the day I made $125, and I was like, wow, I made $125. I'm rich.
Wow.
And 2 weeks later, the song was on the radio, and we were like, well, wait a minute, maybe I'm not rich.
Wow, yeah.
Maybe I got taken advantage of.
You heard that song on the radio. You knew what it was then.
Yeah, maybe I got taken advantage of. Or maybe I should have made more than $125. But
that's right.
It turned out being good because people started calling me for gigs. They tried to do a Shades of Love group, but it didn't work out for me because the young ladies they were very pretty, and they could do the Supreme like moves, but they couldn't sing. So
they couldn't sing, or they had the moves. They didn't have the voice.
They didn't have a voice. I was like, I can't do it. I can't. I'm not going to be doing like 50 shows with you girls, and you can't sing. I'm not going to do it. So
that's right.
My friend happened to be a booking agent, and he started booking me in clubs across the country as Melissa Morgan, the lead singer of the Shades of Love song. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So right there, you were on your way from there, right?
Yes. Then I was making like $2,500 a night.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's good money,
Yeah, that's good money.
Yeah. Wow. And see, you have a body of work.
Yes.
And you also have a resume. It's more than a resume. I say a catalog. You have a super catalog of music. Mm-hmm. And did you work back then? Did you work as a background singer for Chaka Khan and Whitney Houston and those people? And also, did you open up for Gladys Knight?
Yeah. I did. I went on the Ain't Nobody tour with Chaka Khan.
Okay.
We opened up for Gladys Knight when I was singing with Kashif. It was Kashif opening up for him, but I was his lead singer. And
Kashif. Okay. Okay.
and his background singer, because I sang all the songs that he had written, like the "I'm in Love," the Evelyn Champagne King songs
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
did, and the Whitney
yeah.
Houston songs. Yeah, and working with Kashif, I was able to work with Whitney Houston on her
Hmm.
first album, because he was hired to do two songs. So he did "You
Okay.
Give Good Love" and he did a song called "Thinking About You," and he
Okay.
called me in to sing background with Whitney
Yeah.
on "Thinking About You," and it was just a great experience, meeting and working with
Wow.
her, and we were friends until she passed away. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you, how long did you know her before you started singing with her? Was that your first time meeting her, or you met her before?
No, that was my first time meeting her, because she says, "Come in studio. I'm working with this young lady named Whitney Houston. Is going to be on Ashford Records, and she's Sissy Houston's daughter." And
Wow. Wow.
everybody knew Sissy Houston,
Hmm.
from
Hmm.
the Sweet Inspiration and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and her solo stuff that she did. And so I was excited. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to meet her daughter!" And she walked in the studios. She was on the phone. "Mom, if you don't stop giving these church people my number, I'm changing my number, and you're not gonna get the number either." And I was sitting there going like, "Wow, is she talking to her mom like that?"
Wow. 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 Yeah, that was kind of shocking, right?
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
Seemed like you had a lot of fun. Just going through that whole entertainment. What made you pursue a career in entertainment?
Like I said, I just love singing, and once I got into it, really was fun hanging out with Whitney, Kashif, and Johnny Kemp, working with Johnny Kemp. All
Johnny
these people
Kemp.
were
Yeah, I
so
remember them.
talented. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
so talented, and they were such good people.
Wow. Wow.
And everybody got along. There was, everybody wanted to see everyone succeed. So
That's good.
it became a go. Oh my goodness, so and so got a record deal. Oh, I want a record deal too. Oh, so record with number one. Oh, I want to go number
That's
one
right.
too. Oh yes. So it became a little competition after a while. Then
Wow.
once we got into it, it was real competition. But then when we saw each other,
Then
like
it was
on the
different.
road,
Yeah.
or doing the same shows, or
Mhm.
doing the same festival, it was really great. Yeah.
Wow. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I know you have tons of good stories about that.
Yes.
This interview may have to go on 3 more hours for that.
Oh
But,
God.
but you know, but you know, but you're gonna turn around and go to bed on that. But that's all good. I just want to know about "Do Me Baby." Did you redo that? Because I know Prince did the same thing. How did that happen between you and Prince? Did you have to talk to him about redoing that song?
Oh no, I didn't have to talk to him.
Okay.
When when I was working with Kashif, and excuse me, we opened for Gladys. His management team was backstage, and his management team was Melba Moore and her husband.
Oh.
They were Hush Productions,
Hmm.
and I walked by the room they were in. They were, "Melissa, come in the room," and I went in the room, and they were
Hmm.
like, "So are you ready to do your solo career?" And I was like,
Wow.
"Well,
Wow.
yeah, yes." Like you sang behind everybody, Shaka,
Hmm.
Kashif, everyone. You opened it for Gladys. Ain't you ready to do your own thing? So I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Come by the office tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock."
Wow.
And by 12 o'clock, I was signed to Capitol Records.
Wow. Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. It was, I mean, it was
Mhm.
just like that. They knew they wanted to sign me. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. But one of the stipulations was, when I got on the phone and met the president of
Mhm.
Capitol Records, he had this song called "Do Me Baby." His name was Don Grierson. May he rest in peace. But he had this song. He says, "Well, the only thing that I'm asking, you can write all your other songs and do everything you want to do, but I have this one song that the next R&B female that I sign has got to do this song, and you're the next female.
Oh wow,
and
okay.
Yeah, and the song is called "Do Me Baby."
That's not what happened.
Yeah, and it was like, "Do me, baby," and it was like, well, okay, thank you, Dawn. We hung up, you know. And then I was like, "I'm not doing no "Do Me, Baby." Yeah, he was trying to ruin my career before it started, trying to make me be like one of them "I Belong to You" girls or something.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. And I'm just a fussing and fussing. But that was one of the stipulations, and so we went in and did it. Paul Lawrence actually produced it, not Prince. And we Paul Lawrence was great because he had worked with Freddie and Melba and a whole bunch of other people, and he went in and he had a great concept of how to produce "Do Me Baby" for me. And it worked out really, really well, and it went number one for like 4 weeks. So we're really thankful.
And do you still listen to your songs? Like sometimes when you maybe driving in your car or just going somewhere, do you listen to your songs, your own songs?
I don't listen to the popular ones. I don't listen to the "Do Me Baby" and the "Fool's Paradise" and stuff like that. But there are some cuts that I did on the album that never made it. It's like I sometimes I'll get in the mood and I'll turn on YouTube and I'll listen to those because the ones, the forgotten ones, the ones that got away. Yeah.
That's right. Well, I still listen to them songs today.
Oh, okay. Great.
I'm a old. I don't consider myself an old head, but I'm 46.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I started. Yeah. I mean, I'm right there.
That's a younger, older. Younger, older.
In between. So, and I still love your songs. I still listen to the music. I do.
Thank you. Yeah, I see you have the Soul Train thing up there, and I want to tell you it is so funny because they just called me for the Soul Train cruise for 2024.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm going to be entertainment on the 2024 cruise. They said they're like, don't say nothing. We're calling you. We can't book you on 2023. It's already booked. But what they do, they book a year in advance. So when people go on 2023, they'll see that I'm going to be on 2024, and they can book in advance. So
they can book in advance.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what is it? They sell on it's a Caribbean cruise. They just sell.
Yes, they sell. I did it. I think 2019. 2019, yeah, because 2020 was the pandemic and all that stuff. Yeah, so I did it like 2019, and it was wonderful. Gladys Knight, who else was on it? George Clinton.
Oh wow!
Smokey Robinson. It was wonderful, And then me, Melissa Morgan. I was like, oh, this is great company. So and we had so much fun. So they're booking me again for 2024. Yeah.
Congratulations. You deserve it. You deserve it. And you also you just had a concert a couple weeks ago or last week with Life Jennings and all of those?
That was I didn't get to see Life Jennings, I'm sorry. It was in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia.
Yeah, with Full Force, and it was actually Paul Anthony at Full Force that booked me on the show with the promoter because Paul raises money for his foundation for cancer.
Okay.
So
Allison Williams too, right? No, Allison Williams is there, right?
No, she wasn't
not
there.
On this one.
She's a good friend of mine. I spoke to her today. I'm doing something with her in September, but she wasn't on this show. But it was really fun. Lynchburg was really nice, a great audience, and everybody got up and danced and had a good time. So
I'm quite sure.
Maybe I'll go back there again. Yeah.
It sounded like it was much fun. You should.
Yes, it was.
You are a singer, songwriter, and have a string of contemporary hits. Like I said, the catalog. What is something you learned early on in your career that make you a better artist?
A better artist? I would just say making sure you hold on to your rights.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. For your music and your artistry, because when you hold on to it, even though you have to let it go for a little while, because basically when you sign with a record company, you're loaning it to them. I don't know how to explain that for a new artist
You
to really get that.
you talking about
You
loaning your music or loaning your?
you are loaning your songs, your artistry, your likeness, your right for them to use it. You're loaning it to them for a certain amount of time.
Why do they keep it? Like what is it about them keeping
They
your
they they
material?
they keep it because people don't read their contracts
Okay, okay,
and
okay.
dot their I's and cross their
Say
T's.
tease.
So they wind up holding onto it and then they never go back to get it.
Wow.
Say, yeah, if you have the right lawyers, the right people in the beginning, like I did, and you know your stuff, you're loaning it to them. And basically you loaning it to them, I want to say, for about 25 years.
Oh wow.
Get what I'm saying? For 25 years, and then they put it on the radio, they sell it, they collect all the stuff because they paid you in advance to use your likeness and use your material and own your master, your song master.
Wow.
Not necessarily the songwriting. The songwriting is a whole nother thing. If they get into your publishing, be careful with that. But then after about 25 years, and after they've collected their money, you can go and claim that back.
But I don't understand. If you sign the contract, say you signed the contract for five years,
All right.
you said they can keep your rights to everything for 25 years. So by then, is it real expensive to get back? You have to pay for it to get it back, right?
Not really, because there's a law that they can only hold it for so long.
Okay, okay,
The 5 year contract is what they call an optional contract to keep doing material. Not necessarily. So I give you an example because this is a master class right here.
yeah.
So I signed a contract for 1 year with a 2 year option, right? So
Okay.
I'm just gonna use, so just say "Do Me Baby" was my first 1 year project. So they gave me a big advance for that. You know what I'm saying? They took me on the
Okay.
road and paid for all my promotion.
Okay,
They
okay.
paid for the record to get out there. They paid, you know what I'm saying, for all that stuff. They gave me an advance to go on tour, everything like that. The song is a hit. It goes #1. They're making their money back
That's right. That's right.
instantly.
Mhm.
Then I'm not
That's right.
making the money back instantly there.
It
You
goes
see
to
what I'm
them.
saying? Right, because they gave me the advance. So they're
Yeah.
getting their money back for the advance and then trying to make money on top of that. In the interim of that, it's gone. #1, it's done everything. That year is over. Go back in the studio and use that second option to do another album. So
Wow.
we do the same thing over again. So now they've got "Do Me Baby." This one now is successful. So they're holding on to these two, and the same thing is happening. They're just recouping their money
That's
because
it.
I owe them money. So I don't own it now because they have to use it to keep making their money. So the 3rd year, they don't use me. They drop me or whatever. So it's fine. So now they have 2 records that they can hold for 25 years and make money until they make their money back.
It's a long time.
Right. Right. So but if they make their money back before then I can go in and say, okay, you made your money, I want my masters back. But usually there's a 25-year law in the industry that they can't hold it any longer than that. And you can go back in and get your masters. Yeah. And so what happens is that if you do that and you do it right, then when that 25-year comes, then all the money that they was collecting starts coming to you.
Oh wow. Okay, so it reverse.
Yeah.
Start coming to you.
Yeah.
But some people give up after
Yeah.
things like that happen to them because they
Right.
can't take it anymore.
Right.
Sometimes it feels like their life is over.
They
But
do.
you're
Yeah.
strong enough, you fight, you keep going until you get it back.
If you're
You
hanging,
know?
and it's the same thing, with publishing. When I first did "Do Me Baby" in the first album, I signed a publishing deal with my my management company at that time,
Mm-hmm.
Hush Productions, because they were like, okay, well, you're not going to make any money off of this. We're going to take 50% of your publishing and pay you $3,000 a month. That's a lot of money back then. Okay, so I did it for 2 years, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to do it anymore. So they kept collecting to get their money, but then when they signed another deal saying that they still own the publishing, then I could go in and say, no, they don't own the publishing anymore. They
That's
made their
right.
money. Now all that comes back to me.
Come
And
to
then I
you.
can make a new deal with someone big like Universal.
And by that time, you have all the knowledge and the wisdom you need now
Right, right.
from going through that. Okay, well, thank you for that. That's masterclass for me. I've learned, and for the
Yeah.
audience out there.
And so then what happens is then you sign with, somebody bigger like a Universal.
Yeah,
Rather than your
universal.
management company that can't do that, you sign with Universal. And then, recently, I don't know, I say this, the Love and Hip Hop Miami, the Charm King City with
Mm-hmm.
Meek Mills, the movie, anything that uses my song, Universal goes after
You
them.
okay? You
Right,
get
they got
yours right.
right. They got to come to Universal. Okay, well,
Yeah.
we represent her. We get a
Mm-hmm.
percentage of her, and this is what you have to pay to use that. Universal sends me mine. They get theirs. Everybody's
They
happy.
get theirs from the back end, but you get yours.
Yes, yes,
Well,
yes,
fine. That's wonderful. I'm glad you broke that down to me because
yeah.
I have interviewed tons of artists, celebrities,
Oh,
and everybody has the same story about not getting all of their money, getting jerked by this person. Everybody has the same story. I'm like, wow, that's sad.
yeah. Well, because they didn't get into the business part. They
That's
more
right. That's
were
right.
into the celebridom and the famous part than they were about the business.
The
You have
business.
you have to get it, and I thank people like Kashif and other people that helped me, my lawyers, Kendall Mentor and stuff in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning that said, this is how this goes, Melissa. So make sure, even if I'm not here, this is the deal that I got for you. So you go
Okay.
back in and make sure you get what you're supposed to get. Because
Mm-hmm.
people switch lawyers, they switch all kind of things,
Mm-hmm.
and I did it. And I've always been an artist that lives under my means.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very
That's smart.
important.
That's
Yeah,
smart. That's very
yeah.
smart. You know.
Don't. I was with Chris Martin. I don't know which one. Which one is Kid and Play? Which
That's
play?
that kid play. Well, Christopher is Kid. No,
Is that the dark skinned one?
the dark skin one is Play. All right. Yeah,
Okay.
Christopher's Kid. He the light
I
skin one with the
okay.
high
I know
box.
one. Okay,
That's Kid.
but Play the dark skinned one. I
Play
did
the dark
something
skin
for
one.
him. He had he had something that we did together, and we were talking about living, within your means, and I said something. I said, you cannot, have a Mercedes bank account and buy a Rolls Royce, because if you do, they're going to come and get
Okay.
it.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
And so the next day
Yeah.
he did on his post. He said Lisa said this wonderful thing, and he had the Bentley, he had the Mercedes on one side, he had the Bentley with the tow truck. Taking the Bentley away, somebody you
But
cannot live, on a Mercedes,
that's right.
bank
That's right.
account
Yeah.
and buy a Bentley. You know what I'm
Bentley.
saying?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It is. It's absolutely
Yeah.
true. Wow, yeah, that's very important. You just gave me some great pointers because there's a lot you have to learn in this business. I mean, a lot,
Yes.
and it
Yeah.
never stops. You keep
No,
growing.
no, it doesn't. And now I have my own label with
Oh
my
wow.
new song, Footprints of an Angel, become #1 or get on the Billboard charts and all that. It's like levels of this game, and I'm learning for the first time, but it's fun. It's
Yeah,
fun for me. Yeah,
that's wonderful. You're so used to it. You've been in it for so long, so
yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
So we're talking about. You said the new single, right?
Yes.
Which means you have an album coming soon.
Well,
Right?
I'm gonna do an EP. I'm not
EP.
gonna do. I'm gonna do an EP because this song, "Footprints of an Angel," is the theme song for a movie that I'm co-starring in.
Oh, okay, okay,
So this ties into something,
okay,
even though.
okay.
But I wanted to release it as a song on its own first, so
Mhm.
it would have some legs to stand on. So when the movie came out, people would just go, "Oh, oh, that song," you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Rather than
okay, okay.
it's a whole new thing that they have to get a new movie, a new song, and
Mhm.
so
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful
yes,
too. So you have a lot going on. You have so many endeavors that's going on, and I'm happy for you.
thank
You know,
you.
when I hear songs like "Can You Give Me What I Want," "Don't You Know," "Do Me Baby," "Still in Love with You," were you under any circumstances what that made you move and write those songs? Like, were you in love or in a relationship at that time while making those songs? Okay, okay,
Probably.
okay,
I don't know if it was serious, but friendship sometimes
okay, okay,
it brings about a different kind of emotion,
okay.
and then being in a relationship with someone for a year or 2 years that you think you
Hmm.
like or you love one, that brings about a different emotion, and then falling out of love brings a
That
different
too.
emotion. Yeah,
That
so
too.
and that travels with you through your
Hmm.
life. So yeah, so I wrote about things that I was going through. Yes. Uh huh.
Okay, all right. That's
Yeah.
cool. And those songs I just named, "Fool's Paradise" sounds more like a club type of song. It's fast.
Yes.
What is the meaning behind that title, "Fool's Paradise"?
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you're the first person that asked me that because everybody always thinks they know what that is.
Nah.
The meaning behind Fool's Paradise is a mother talking to her child.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
And what happens is the child is just say the child is 18
Hmm.
and about to go on their own,
Hmm.
and they think they know everything. Oh,
Okay.
mom, don't tell
That's
me
right.
nothing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what
That's
I'm
right.
doing. I'm
That's
moving
right.
to I'm moving to New Jersey. I'm moving to California. You can't don't tell me nothing.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be
Hmm.
fine. My mom, stop. And so the
Wow.
mother is like, I'm taking out this time to give you a piece of my mind.
That's right.
Who do you think you are? Maybe one day you'll be a star. But until then, baby,
Wow.
I'm the one who's
Uh,
crazy. Because that's the
wow.
way you making me feel. I don't want no
Wow.
romance. I just want the chance to show you, to tell you that I'm for real. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? I never said that I would be your everything. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So,
Wow. Wow.
but you know that I will always love you, and it's gonna
Mhm.
be such a shame when you start. That means when they go on their own and they don't make it, and they're out in the streets and
That's
things
right.
get crazy, you
That's
start
right.
living in this
That's right.
fool's paradise.
Paradise.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I got
Yeah.
to clap for
Yeah.
that.